So I'm using this mic, Blue Yeti, pretty close because I think if you really need to calm yourself down and relax, at least for me, I feel like whispering sounds and like they work the best. sorry, this is gonna keep happening. This has been happening for days now. Like, I cannot sleep, but of course my body is tired. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so, but what I read was like, you might not be in that situation right now, but try also not to let it go to that situation, because I waited too long and I wasn't eating for like, this one time I didn't eat for 2 weeks. I ended up in the hospital. It was more than 2 weeks actually, and with hypokalemia, having issues with my heart, and so try to talk to somebody, and even talking to us and asking help, like, that is great. Like, at that time I didn't ask help from anyone because I was ashamed, and I always thought, I was always like, in my family I was always told that I have to take care of my own problems, that we don't talk about them to anybody else. But later on I've realized that that's not right. Like, if you need to talk about it, talk about it, and if it helps you, then it's great. And if just sharing your feelings, your thoughts, your anxiety, if that doesn't help you, and you really need professional help, there's no shame in that either. And I know they sometimes if you go to, again, I don't know about your country, but I'm so sorry. Seriously, I'm so sorry, but I've been awake for like 3-4 days, something like that. So if you go to, like, just to see someone for like therapy or something, they will give you like this breathing exercises and whatnot, and maybe they will work for you, but I can, from my experience, say that they never worked for me. It was kind of like they did not understand the extent of my anxiety. But at that time also I didn't have anyone to talk to about it, so there is help out there. Don't be afraid to get help, even if it's professional help, whatever. And if this community can help you, I think we all agree that we're all here for the same reason. Like, we need help, and we can support each other. So I don't know if this really helped you in any way. I hope it did. But basically what I can say is, like, if you need someone to talk to, there are a lot of people here that are always willing to talk, and myself, because I suffer from insomnia, I'm pretty much always awake, so you can write to me, talk to me, whatever. I have a lot of issues going on myself right now too, but sometimes it helps if you can share your experience. But if not me, then just somebody else, or just write about your feelings. And but if it gets serious, then I would say then really get medical help, because I almost died. So, and I wasn't even like realizing it at the time until they told me like your heart is like giving up. So, but I don't think that is your issue right now, so I'm not trying to scare you or anything like that, but just I just wanted to like give you some kind of advice that you're not alone, and there are a lot of us that have been going through. I'm kind of using my ASMR voice right now, but because I have a new microphone, so I'm not exactly sure how, like, well, that doesn't matter right now. But yeah, it's just like you can seek out for help, but there's no shame in that. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that like actually asking for help is, I think it means that you are strong. Because if you wouldn't ask for help, you would just be like giving up. So when you're asking for help, it means that you want the anxiety to stop. You just don't know how to do that. And because I don't know the extent of your anxiety, so I can tell you that you can find like breathing exercises and all of those online. But like for me, it was really serious, so I actually have to take medication for it. So I don't know your situation, but even if you would have to take medication for it, I don't think there's anything to, like, I'm not ashamed of it. I can say it out loud. I need medication. Because I get really, really bad panic attacks, and then I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't do anything, and my body can't take it. But I guess if it's just like general anxiety, then there are like other ways to deal with it. And also with my anxiety, I was able to deal with it better when I was exercising and eating right and all. But right now, because of the coronavirus, I can't go to the gym, I can't go out for walks, and so we're maybe breaking up with my boyfriend. I like pretty much lost my home, and you know, so it's so my anxiety is pretty bad too, and I can't really do any of those things. But if you can, then please do. For me right now, it's just like I have to write it out or I have to take medication, which I haven't taken now because, and this is like kind of beside the point, but since I start explaining, I can explain it more, is because the medication is something that is like they're sedatives, but the problem is like if I have really bad anxiety, a lot of times doctors think that it's better for you to sleep and it will help you, but and this depends on, like every person is different, but for me it makes it worse, because when I wake up and I realize what the situation is, I get such panic, like I can't deal with it. So then I'd rather just like spend a few days just staying awake, and then once I stay awake for a few days, I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying, like, maybe I shouldn't even be saying this. I'm not advising this to anyone. I'm just talking about like my own experience. So then I just like stay awake, and then I'm so tired that my body will just like give up, and I will sleep, and then I will sleep for like almost a day or something, and then maybe I will feel a little bit better. But if I sleep for like 6, 7, 8, even 9 hours, I will feel worse. So yeah, it depends on the person. We're all different. But my main point was just to tell you that like you are not alone. There are a lot of us, okay? So just know you are not alone.